angling reporters. Where are we? And I want to say this, and it's honest. I want to cover what Councillor Wesley said. Community dwellers, community leaders are to get involved in this matter. Let us, but it is very difficult. Let's protect people. But like that man will see something come happen to you, they know. They want to let happen to you and take their phone and record. They want to be the first to go on Facebook. Everybody that blogger have turned to become journalists in this country. Or everybody are bloggers. Everybody has pages for information. And sometimes when they start to look for the people who were around, they go on Facebook and start saying who was sitting there and filming live the video, and they want to bring the program, you delete it from your page, you lost. But if you are just putting your phone in your pocket, and you as a family, as community dwellers, community chairman, get involved in the matter to ascertain what's going on as a community and get the root cause, everybody will sit back, they will beat that person mercilessly to death. Then before when investigation open, everybody now turn their back. Those who were sitting on there, you see about 50 persons saying one place something happening. But time of investigation, by the time you say, person, you know me, I know I want to hear, I wait in the bush, I want to eat here, I want this place here. Oh, your phone, oh no, check my phone, nothing there. You see, this country is getting bad off. We're just getting interested in the worst thing to happen to our fellow persons. When something happens, you will see more than 50 phones. And they will describe the incident whatever way they want to describe it. This is serious. And see where we are now. Sometimes there's information people will post on their page or pages before even the Liberia National Police Crime Service Department get to know about it. Yeah, I'm serious. And those very people who posted first on their pages, who live in the community, who are around, when they are asking questions about what happened down there, they will be the last person to answer because they didn't know nothing about it. But they were able to put up their phone, put a Facebook live, they got data for that one, and everyone should see what's going on. But they will not be able to help that individual who is caught in that situation. Well, what kind of country is this? Then when these things happen, it gets to the police or the authority, investigation are just in a dangling move, fluctuating from one end to another, to the extent there will be no head, no tail. If we can depend on authority, who then will depend on? Who? Who then will we depend on? When citizens are then taking the laws in their hands. Holy brother, Jesus Christ. We've got a long way to go. And the people who Liberia trust to have oversight responsibility, they are the worst. They are the worst who are not focused. They are disturbed. They are even oh Jesus Christ. The group that is not focused in this town, in this country, the people who you call lawmakers, they are not focused at all. They engage in things that only matter to them. Drug on the increase. The authority who have oversight, call the authority to have oversight responsibilities, they are not even concerned about it. They care less about what will happen. You go do what I want to do and leave it. At the end result, citizens are taking laws into their hands. Oh my God. Sometimes or more often I get very much sick of this country. Especially where a country who folks profess to be leaders. I get very sick. We say we get money. But when we arrange when we arrange one program to bring guests in this country, yeah, my money was spent behind it. You wonder why. One program, they put facing water. When you tell you the budget of that water, they pump for our people in the rural parts. They take the money. You say, better brother, a rich country. And just imagine, look at the country say we're just celebrating. Yes, they go weekend. See the citizens and non-citizens, we far enough beyond them. But their budget is far enough beyond us. We're not even reached $1 billion yet. They're in billions. But the people that were real program for them, like even build one real center to pour out, let's find the young people there, we able to get a real program for them. Like be right, man. I'm sick and tired of this country. We're not focused. We don't have priorities as a country. We're done. I want you to listen to Kofa. Kofa speaking here. I want you to listen to him. Yeah, Kofa said when he resigned today, there'll be a you see that the man writing book. The man still writing book. He said as matter of fact the announcement today automatically created a vacancy at the level of the Capitol building, and if that is not accepted, you see that's a continuation of the lawlessness we find we witness upon there, and that's what we're going to see. And you see this, I said, look, there are things happening in this country that nobody thought it would be happening today. Nobody thought it would be happening. But similar things that were in the past are exactly what's going on here. Imagine today, before I go to the line 0775 919 919, sometimes we should be having priorities. They put running behind with 5.2 million citizens. They put at 282,336 citizens in that country. They put GDP, gross GDP. We fight beyond them. We were 11.4 million, 11.4 billion in our debt. They put at 6.78. The embassies they have it. We fight over them. But their offices, their embassies are running. Our own are running. Plenty of them are complaining today. If you look at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, just in 24 months, 41,218,256, over less than 14 months. 24 months. This is so sad.
Not get it.
So sad. Let me say something. Why are we not setting our priorities right? Why are we not setting priorities right in this country? But ever since we say drugs are a national emergency, we are not able to build one rehab home to put we can boast that over the past 1 year, we can rehabilitate the numbers of young people on the street at this disadvantage, they're reducing. Let's go to the last and talk to you today. Because we get the money, we just spending the money. We just spending the money. What are we getting back? Oh my God. Let me talk to my caller this afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Welcome. Early on to be a promo concerning the airport setting. I was here when I go far the time the family will have a funeral. But sometimes some of these work are be considered. What happened to this marriage and he said in the point of peace. When you think about people were all around they say, oh, it's one of the causes for which the brand or happy was brand. Now, the honorable, he always going about setting the key or making reckless statements, which is not good. So when something happens to that man tomorrow, he will be held accountable or he will be responsible. So thank you very much.
Will the law be able to bring that man to book and hold him accountable? That's the issue. Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead, Giddings.
Good afternoon. So, let me say, I think those who have been very neutral and supportive of United Football, they are disappointed not because it is by himself, but how he has wasted the time of the country. But now, we should be discussing people who have fought that prevention, that kill people from rural hospital, but we are focused on the country have been focused on legislative impasse in the country for the last 7 to 8 months. So what a dividend the country is getting when it comes to planning profile designing today. It's ever mere block. We have set down with our numbers, and you work with a group of people or you work with somebody that participate and trust they lost against you. You gotta make way for the other one to take place or to perform that more and that more output. But the issue is for once people planning profile entitlement in the country, they are never country back for the last 7 to 8 months. So it is something that some of us have resolved. We know that the performance people, even though it's been proclaimed by some people as because, but we believe and think they should move forward and they prosper for the local demand process. I think he composed about doing some of the people that is coming to the people, and we should focus for now. I mean, not about re-election. Those you can't tell me about re-election.
But how will the president's efforts be complemented or being encouraged when there are others in the judicial cycle, that is the governmental cycle of our country, whose form part of branches are undermining the development of this country? How possible is that? Yeah, let me talk to a different person. Let me talk to somebody else. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, go ahead.
Yeah, that's true. Good afternoon. Now, our people don't have moral in this country. If I ever will have resigned everything, our every day will have to happen. He is responsible for the point of that every day. Whether for his action, that article, that's on fire. Why is it all this today? There's no fire that we carry. You will never into trouble.
Then you tell us here, when the way we resign, there's real vacancy, election must start, it's this way that continues of lawlessness.
You are not going to be a speaker. We tell over and over. Let them resign. We refuse. If the people go fire on that every day. People tell it. Okay, mean I forgot that. The only thing I will give up when they try to prove that is a real man, so out the higher period. But he said it. So get rid of that period. Thank you for the result.
Okay, wrong one. When I finish about that, good. Yeah, good afternoon, go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm very disappointed in the people of my little guy. And also disappointed in the government. Because this was not a beginning for them. The government told what I don't know who people and people for what they did or what they will do. But we are seeing London have become later in the country. They are saying like even leading the border already. See what happening now? People killing each other, people doing things like that, there's no law. It's very, very bad, and we don't know where that is going. And to the people that design, if I had the authority, I would See the net is because get being lost, they got a compromising the law. That's a shame to me. Honestly, it's a big shame and disgrace for Fanati.
Okay, it's a big shame to Fanati. Let me talk to this caller. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
My attention went to the emotions in the country. Any court decided to church will change the right way. And of 2 days, president should start doing the same thing. When you're at the money, you got a capital building to face. Over there, for a capital building for which you get take a seat. Then you give them money, 10,000 and small money. About one coming protest for you to give me my own. Because I'm worried representative for the weather. Tell me the afternoon.
You're welcome. Thank you. And it's sad. Every time you say, oh, allegation of money coming from the house, going to the from the executive to legislature, going so, and all those things come out. Why? Let me talk to Emil Sherry. Emil, good afternoon.
This afternoon. Thank you for explaining things that you have made regarding to our country. I think now you can focus on the call. We said this before that this should raise to a political plan, offer his people to translate this nation, to run this nation. It was not intended a rule of law. And everybody is seeing the reality today. This is not about rule of law. The allegations that were made that there was debate of 150,000 and then that of the 100 million of victims. These are all natural things. This our kept forgiving. And that is resigning. Yes, on the part the majority that gets set over. So what is the nation is what planned, but it is a coup that have failed. Because they wanted to undo what they did, even though the court said was the wrong way to coup or not coup there. But everything that was, if we are undone those things, then we didn't have problems.
Then that means Kofa will also support the fact to strengthen the government, to go into a place and render the entire person that was put in place on the coup illegal. Then they run the government paralyzed. That was the intention. Then the government began paralyzed by his strength, or because you see that you don't have a quorum to work, so therefore they resign.
Yeah, something like that. So you see, they have been playing at the main, the family government, then all the orders, all the international person have passed. They were going to be cancelled, and the government was going to collapse, and then the opposition was going to hold the government accountable, and then call for transitional government.
Okay, amen. Thank you for your contribution this morning. Thank you. This afternoon, let me talk to other callers on the line. I will take 3 calls and we'll call it a day this morning. Good afternoon. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, you're welcome. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon, go ahead. Good afternoon, go ahead.
Thank you, Sunday. So, the court moved, and the executive agreed to listen with written lawmakers. Even though the court considered their action as unconstitutional. And so far as said that the law rule future of the country. Unfortunately for all of us, the president decided not to even work with COPA. And COPA has also resigned.
No. They were on break and they will be returning to hello. They were on break and they are set to return. And during the break period is where is that period when the court gave that ruling. The president said he will work with a quorum. So if tomorrow Kofa will remain as a speaker and get a quorum tomorrow, the president will work with him.
No. That was not this is talking what the court said. The Supreme Court was very clear.
No, you don't want to you misunderstanding me. I said, wait. I said the president said after the court ruling that he's going to work with a quorum. And during the time the court ran out their judgment, the house was already on break. So if tomorrow they would have gone, they go on tomorrow to the section, and Kofa has a quorum tomorrow, the president will work with him. But if they don't have a quorum, how does it conduct business?
I just told you give my time after I learn my court.
Okay. So, Thank you. I gotta go. Let me just squeeze in this call here. Let me squeeze in this call. When you want to talk too much, you can't pay your minute, you can't sit down. Yeah, good afternoon. Gavy Johnson, go ahead. My final call, I'll give you 30 seconds.
You know, J Nathaniel B, all the effort I have been making for the country to be together. You see, J Nathaniel B, you see, when I do COPA, you see how far they carry the country to damage the country. Number one, is that they are building about zero coordination law for every country and duty to receive benefit for development. The country not belong to you, it belongs to the nation, it belongs to the citizen. We give you the power. Today, people are dying because of blood violence, because the country are free, because nobody to make law oversight for anybody again. You see how far?
Okay. Gabe, thank you for joining me. Join me tomorrow for another edition of the program. It's been so wonderful. I'm Nathaniel, just call me the ambassador. I'm here with T. Nicholas Barkley on the spectacular edition of the program. Until then, have a pleasant good afternoon.
Honorable Speaker, you've been holding on all through this month. Why now you made this decision?
Okay, so it's important to put everything in perspective, right? We got to play the game by one set of rules. The rules keep changing, right? I think we held on because when the Supreme Court made a decision on December 6th, all the book people came and said it was confusing, the term ultra-virus, right? And so we waited for the Supreme Court to clarify that. The Supreme Court clarifies it, everybody will go according to the rule of law. The Supreme Court made a clarification. I think even the smallest child that started school could understand what the Supreme Court said, except for not taken by a speaker. Any other thing that happened was illegal. Then the rules of the games shifted when the president said he would go by his original posture, which was to deal with a majority bloc. Okay. Once that changed, we had to assess our own participation in what is going on. And as we see it, after the caucus evaluated, with still those going up at the Capitol, with more armed men being called in as reinforcement, our choice was to either go tomorrow to the Capitol to have a repeat of some sort of violence, right? Or to avoid that. I think one of the things we try to do is to avoid it. The second thing is, you see Fonati Kofa, but you don't see the people standing behind Fonati Kofa. How long can I ask my 60 employees who have not been paid for 6 months to stay on? Okay, I have to evaluate that. How can I ask my colleagues who have endured this battle to stay on, especially when significantly we started to lose some of our most committed members after the president's statement. All of that let us have a strategy session and a strategy meeting to say, what is the utility of holding on? Do I just continue to be a speaker sitting down at home while someone else is exercising the powers and the privileges of the office? In my mind, I think that's not a wise use of my time.
In that regards,
we have a speculation that there's a speculation that you took money to resign. How factual is this information?
Oh, but I think you said speculation. I will be, and surprisingly, it came from a rescue blogger. So he got to flesh out and bring more information. Let me tell you this: if I wanted to take money for this would not be the ideal time to take money, right? Because it's not as valuable as it was before the hearing, before the ruling, right? Before the ruling, if I had withdrawn my case, and that was the ideal time. So it doesn't make sense. What they are saying is, and it's anticipated, in Liberia, nobody do things out of principle. We sat here for 6 months, no pay, no nothing, nobody bringing any gas or anything. At the end of 6-7 months, and you can't say we took money. We could have taken money and spared the public. But there is no issue of money changing hands except the legitimate benefits, salaries and benefits of our colleagues.
Was there a proposal from your
Yes.
resignation? Was there any proposal forward to any out of the executive or any branch of government concerning your resignation? Proposal in terms of dealing with some of your colleagues,
Yes, we said.
was that here?
Some of your employees who got arrested currently in